guys, welcome back to Vegan Family TV, and today I've got a very special recipe to share with you. I am a big fan of Berry Silken Tofu ice cream, which is basically ice cream which I make, which is healthy, high in protein, and the main ingredient is silken tofu, and I combine it with berries, and I have it for breakfast quite a lot. So today I've got a festive version to share with you because it's now coming up to Christmas and Thanksgiving, so I feel like this is going to be perfect to use all those festive ingredients which are around at this time of year, and it's healthy as well, which is a bonus. So what makes my silken tofu festive special very festive-y? Well, I've got the silken tofu, which is what I use every single time. So this is one block, which is 349 grams. So that's the base of the tofu ice cream. And then to make it festive-y, I'm going to use some frozen cranberries. Now I picked these up from my local supermarket. However, if you can't buy frozen, you can always buy fresh cranberries and then freeze them the day before. That'll work just as fine. So I'm going to use a whole bag of frozen cranberries. It's about 200 grams, and I'd say it's about 2 cups there. What will make it like the ice creamy texture is using the frozen cranberries. And cranberry is like a Christmassy berry. And then what will give it even more Christmassy flavours is using some mulled wine spice. You can use gingerbread spice, Christmas spice, cinnamon cloves, but I thought using one of these will make it a lot more convenient. And inside here there is allspice, dried orange peel, ground cinnamon, cloves and nutmeg. Delicious. So in here there's a little sachet, and I'm going to rip that open and then I'm going to pour it in. I'll show you in a minute. And then also to sweeten up, because cranberries can be a little bit not as sweet as other berries, I'm going to use some vegan, this is bulk powders, vegan blend strawberry protein powder. I like adding protein powder because it ramps up the protein in there and it makes it kind of thick, and this will give it the sweetness. And the strawberry will go really well with the cranberries, so it'll pick up the sweetness. And it's got stevia in there. If you don't want to use protein powder, you can always just use some stevia powder or whatever sweetener you want of choice. But I always add this to my silken tofu ice cream, and it just gives it that nice little edge. So let's get started then. So what you're going to do first of all, you're going to simply add in the tofu into a food processor, or you can use a high-speed blender. I like using a food processor because I feel like it blends really well without having to add any liquid. The silken tofu, it may sound a bit gross having it in like an ice cream or a breakfast, something sweet, but it works really well because it's bland. And it picks up flavours and it's really creamy. It's amazing. Now I'm going to add in the cranberries. Oh wow, they look beautiful. So beautiful. And then I'm going to add in a scoop of the protein powder. I'm not going to add in a huge scoop, just enough to sweeten it up and to sort of give it that sort of thickness. That should do. And now for the mulled wine spice. Now you can add as much spice in there, you know, as you like, because everybody's got their own sort of preference. And to start off with, you may not want to add the whole lot in case it's a little bit too much, because this is actually to make mulled wine with. So when I blend it up and then I have to re-stir it again, I'll give it a little taste test. So now you're going to blend it up until it's all thick and creamy, and like I said, you may have to keep like scraping down the sides every now and then. Good, scrape. Do you know what? I think it actually can do with another one going in there. Because it's frozen, sometimes flavours are more harder to pick up in it, which is why you can't really taste the tofu. So like when it's heated up, then things like the flavours are more enhanced. So we can have 2 sachets in there. It's done now. Now if you're a bit concerned that I used a whole bag in there, you're thinking maybe worrying about calories. Cranberries are really low in calories and really low in sugar. So don't worry, you can have a whole bag, make it nice and filling. And a whole block of silken tofu isn't many either. So if these look like big quantities to you, don't worry, they're very low in calories, so you need to have a lot. Which is why I really love silken tofu ice cream, because it's not like normal ice cream. So now I'm going to spoon it in, hang on, look at that. I should really take this off and just show you what it should look like. Nice and fluffy and creamy looking. Now the less berries you use, so if you wanted to use just half a bag, it would come out more like yogurt-like and more smoother. And if you add more frozen berries in, then it goes more thicker. That's such a pretty colour, wow. And that is the cranberries that has made it that colour, it's beautiful. And cranberries are really high in antioxidants, so they're really good for you. And it's really nice to find a nice way to take advantage of them, because normally at Christmas time I don't really do anything with cranberries apart from just the cranberry sauce which I buy from the shop. So this is a really nice sweet way to take advantage of it. Right, let's break that out. And now to finish this off, to add add in some like healthy fats, I'm going to top it with a nut butter. Now, some nut butters which I think would go really well with this is either almond butter, very Christmassy, or pistachio butter. And we've got some pistachio nut butter here. So I'm just going to put a little blob on top of this. A little blob there of the pistachio nut butter. Oh, on my finger. And there it is. Cranberry spice silken tofu ice cream. Let's try some. Really, really nice. So I hope you enjoy making this festive recipe, and make sure to subscribe because we're going to be making many more Christmassy vegan recipes for you all, which are going to be healthy and also very tasty. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow in our next video.